Happy Saturday, everyone. I hope you're having a lovely day. Today we're making grits. Grits is a southern staple normally served for breakfast with scrambled eggs or sausages or bacon. It can also be served for lunch or dinner with shrimp. Okay, and we're pairing it with bacon to give it that nice crunch. The blend of seasoning I'm using for my shrimp is paprika, cayenne, Cajun seasoning, and Creole all-purpose seasoning, and a pinch of garlic and herb seasoning. We're gonna set the shrimp aside to marinate, and then I'm gonna move on to my bacons. I'm gonna cut the bacon in bite size. We're gonna cook them nice and crispy, and then we're gonna cook the shrimp in the same pan. So we need the shrimp to be nice and juicy. So I'm giving it 3 minutes on each side. While we're searing the other side of the shrimp, I'm gonna move on to cooking my grits. I have 3 cups of water. I'm gonna go ahead and just boil that. Once it's boiled, I'm gonna go ahead and add in my grits. So I'm gonna add a few seasoning, just some garlic and herb seasoning and a little bouillon to add some flavor to the water. Once that water starts boiling, we're going to go ahead and stir in the grits. And I'm using 1.5 cups of grits. You can use the quick cook grits or you can use the old-fashioned grits. It's definitely up to you. Once I stir in my grits, I'm going to add in like a quarter stick of butter, and then I'm going to add 2 cups of heavy cream. I like it when it's cooked all the way down until it's nice and thick. So I'm cooking mine for about 20 minutes. If you like yours a little runny, then you can remove it before the majority of the liquid is reduced. So once I add in my heavy cream and my butter, I'm just going to let this simmer. And once it starts to simmer, I am going to cover it and reduce my heat to about medium to low and just let it sit there and cook for about 20 minutes. I also add in a pinch of salt before covering. And I'm not sure if I mentioned that I'm making cheesy grits. So I'm using some grated sharp cheddar, and I'm also using some white Velveeta. All right, so I added my cheese and I added 2 more pieces of butter in there to just to give it that extra smooth finish. All right, and that's it. Once my cheese is melted, I remove it from the stove, and then I'm going to proceed to making a nice delicious creamy sauce to go with the entire dish. So we're using the same saucepan that we cooked that shrimp in. We're just removing the excess oil, adding a piece of butter, and then I'm going to saute some garlic, onions, cayenne, and some bell peppers. I'm adding my heavy cream as well, and I'm also using some of that same seasoning that we used on the shrimp. All right, and then to top it off, I'm going in with some Parmesan cheese. After adding all my seasoning to the sauce, we're going to go ahead and turn the stove down. We don't want it to boil, we just want it to simmer. All right, once it simmer, I'm going to go ahead and taste it to see if it has my desired taste. And then that's it. I gave it like a couple minutes on low to medium and just let it simmer. And then I added my grated Parmesan cheese, and that's it, baby. The sauce came out perfect. It was delicious and nice and smooth and creamy, and it was just perfect for the shrimp and grits. Now it's lunchtime. I'm gonna go ahead and add my grits to my bowl, and we're gonna spread this sauce all over the grits along with the shrimp and those crunchy bacon, and it tasted so good. It was delicious. If you have never tried grits before, this is your sign to try it now. And if you don't eat seafood, you can try it with something else. All right. And for all my Caribbean babies, if you have never heard of grits before, it's just like it's grounded corn, and it tastes like cornmeal almost, but just coarse. All right, and it's not sweet as our cornmeal porridge is more of a savory dish. In fact, more of like a polenta instead of cornmeal porridge. All right, so thank you so much for watching. Please go ahead and try it out. If you're watching from YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. All right, thanks for watching.